Hello everyone and welcome to episode 21 of Shadows of the Iron Gods. We're all ready to do some more of this stuff because everyone is diseased
Yeah,
and it's
Not
great.
me.
I'm role playing that right now.
So yeah, does someone wanna tell our lovely audience how you guys all ended up being horribly diseased?
Not me.
Spiders.
I'm not horribly
Not me.
diseased.
Spiders from space. Quite.
Yeah.
God. Space spiders
But
spiders.
horrendous.
with space plague.
Yeah. So when we last left our party, you guys were traveling back to the grand technological city of Starfall after your excursion into the wreck of the Cataphract, where you'd found some
That's right.
information regarding some things you don't understand, some evidence of a failed weapons lab, and evidence of an attack by someone you only heard referred to as the Dominion. And so we fade up then in this episode on the gates of Starfall, so the main city gates, and it's kind of, I guess it's like midday by the time you get there.
Okay.
And so there's a bit of a queue of civilians trying to move in and out of the city. There's a pair of gearsmen standing at the gates, and sort of handling two lines: the line to get into the city and the line to get out of the city. And you guys have done this before. This is it's basically like a customs check, just to make sure there's no like illegal material moving in and out of the city gates. So we see the very metropolitan spread of people standing, waiting to get into the city. There are humans and elves and dwarves, and there's a group of halflings all sitting on a cart, waiting to move forward.
And there's
yeah.
us who have
Yeah.
bright flash.
Yeah, I'm keeping a good distance from the stinky people.
Yeah, you're standing like more than 10 feet away.
Yeah.
So
I
we
think,
see
yeah.
the camera probably pans over to Isgarth standing like arms folded in this queue, and then sort of 10 feet back we see Rock, Matthew, and Malice all in various stages of decay. Like you all have like black spotches on your face. Matthew has like one arm up in a sling because like all the muscle has degraded on the arm.
Ooh.
Malice is like walking on like a crutch because one of her legs isn't working properly.
Oh yeah, I'm just
You're
going around
all
asking
fucked,
people.
and what's worse is you all stink. Like there is just a constant smell of death around the three of you. And as you approach the line, you go to like queue up behind these halflings, and they all start muttering to themselves, and what is that? What is that stench? Oh, who dragged a dead cat into this queue?
I
point at
poke
Matthew.
this. Yeah. Yeah, I poke the halfling from behind and just say, "Yes, that's us. Do you have a problem?"
And he's like, oh my god, get back, you vile creature.
And what if we don't want to?
We'll
Just
call
kidding,
the
I'll poke
guards
this guy's
over.
face.
You are
Oh,
welcome
you're
to go
calling
to the
that?
back of the queue. It would help us get away from you faster.
This is the back of the queue, damn
I
it.
wink at
No,
Matthew.
no,
Good.
the back of the queue's behind us.
This is absurd. We've been waiting for half an hour already. What even is wrong with you?
Space plague. I got some samples here. I jiggled the bag where I put the fletchets.
Yeah. The halfling turns to you, Scuff, and says, "Good, Sir Dwarf. Would you please take your companions and just please just stand back."
I am standing back from them. I jangle the bag of fletchets from behind 10 feet behind these guys.
No, I'm going to continue standing in the queue as close behind them as I can be without appearing to be rude.
Okay, yeah. So you don't you don't sort of move back from the halflings. One of them jumps off the cart and stomps off in a huff to the front of the line. And you see him. He's starting to chat with. So there's the two gearsmen who are doing the sort of the customs checks, and then there's a man in a like city guard uniform, and the halfling is talking to this guard.
As soon as the halfling starts moving up the line, I'm going to call out, "Hey, he's pushing!"
Yes. Oh, Matthew, I'm so proud.
So the halfling doesn't stop and keeps walking, and the guard comes and walks up to him, and they begin having like an animated conversation. What do you can't hear what they're saying, but what are you doing?
Could I do like a knowledge local check or something about like how they control disease in here?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's definitely a thing you can do.
Like, is there some sort of a funny protocol we're about to run into very soon?
Yeah, with that, so individual cases of disease, the Technic League is of the mind that if you can't afford to cure your own disease, then you probably deserve to die. They do enact like quarantine procedures if there's like a plague outbreak, which has happened a number of times in your life in the city. But they don't prevent people who are sick from moving in and out of the city.
Okay.
Can I tell whether we outrank these halflings in the queue in the technically hierarchy?
Yes.
The halflings are just merchants.
Okay, in that case, yes, I just continue to queue. Well,
Yeah.
quite happily.
So
I
the
probably
guard,
seen
so the guard and
Do
the
I
halfling.
outrank the guard?
The guard isn't a member of the Technic League. He's a member of the city watch.
Okay.
Which of course the Technic League unofficially controls, but
Unofficially.
officially the guard has like jurisdiction over the gates and the streets.
How much knowledge do you reckon the guard has of how things really go?
I don't know. Why don't we find out? So
Okay.
the guard in this halfling come walking back to you, and they get within like 10 feet of you, and the guard is like, "Oh my, wow, fuck my, Asmodeus's beard. What is that?"
I go to hug the guard.
The guard. If you like walk up to him like with your arms out, the guard like pulls his sword. He's like, the three of you, please be respectful of the system and make space.
How will people know where we're standing in the queue if we're not directly behind the person in front of us?
And order will be maintained. Have no fear. Just please stand back from the rest of the people trying to enter the city.
I stand slightly back.
I
Not very much.
No, guard, I find this incredibly offensive. We are no different from these people here.
No, we are better than these people here. We are with the League.
I don't care if you're with what would be a thing he would say? I don't care if you're with Saranray's Ninth Crusade to the bloody World Scar. You'll stand back or you'll be removed.
Yeah, I stay in the queue. I stand ever so slightly back from the people in front of us. I'm still well with it where they can smell us.
I sing an annoying ditty.
We
So
have a
the
way of generating wind to waft towards the queue.
no.
I just keep standing upwind from you.
So the guard makes a motion and a patrol of 6 guardsmen and 2 gearsmen come out of the gatehouse and march up to the guard, and they're like, "Yes, Lieutenant. What is it?" It says, "Please move these 3 back and keep civilians away from them. They will be processed for entry when their turn comes." And so these 6 guardsmen, they've all got like tower shields and spears, and then
That sounds good to me. So we don't even have to queue. We can just sit on the side.
and then the 2 gearsmen behind them, and they say, "Please stand to the side. We will process you when your time comes."
And when will that be?
I'm fine with that. So we don't have to stand in the queue. We can just sit. Do I have a chair? Is that the sort of thing that I would have with me? Probably not.
No, you don't have a camping chair.
I want to invest in one when we're back in the town.
So the
Fine.
halflings thank the lieutenant, and he goes back to his post standing at the gate. And some time passes. It takes sort of like 15-20 minutes for it eventually to be your turn to be processed at the gates. And so you're standing before a gearsman. He's in the gearsman's like plates are like gold filigreed, and he's got like a crest on his head. And he's holding a sort of a long spear, very like elegant, again like gold filigreed long spear. And he turns to you when you approach, and in that very like robotic voice states, "Any technological items to declare?"
I lift my
yes.
arm up.
We've got quite a lot. But it's okay. It's all legal.
He says, "Do you possess licenses for your technological items?"
I assume we do.
I mean, we do
Let's
though.
point at our technically badge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he holds out a hand, says, "Please deposit licenses."
We hand over our licenses.
Okay, he takes them, and then pulls like jams his spear into the ground, and pulls like a little scanner from a belt, and begins going over them one by one. So he goes over the first one, and there's a beep and a red light on the scanner, and he goes over the next one. There's a beep and a red light. He goes over the next one. There's a red light, and then the last one. There's a red light. And he hands them back and says, "My apologies, but your licenses are invalid."
Shit.
Say again.
I am sorry, but your licenses are invalid. You have 1 hour to turn over technological items at the city market, at which point you may be able to reapply for licenses.
Why would our licenses be invalid? Is that a thing that we would...
Why don't you give me a knowledge local?
Okay.
Can't we just contact Zernabeth and just say?
Yeah, Eastgarth, the only way like your licenses would be invalid if someone higher up in the league deliberately invalidated them.
Oh crap!
Okay.
Is there a way we can send a message to our captain to sort this out?
I don't know. What ways do you have?
We got a message, a scroll of message.
Shouting.
We've got a scroll of
do?
message, haven't we? Yes.
We did use one. Did we get more?
Yeah, I think we had more than one,
I
didn't
think
we?
we got 2, didn't we?
Yeah, I'll check my gear. 2 times scroll of sending. Yes. So we
Okay,
can
yeah,
send-
you definitely used one of them.
Okay. So we can send a message to her saying, how many words do we get?
20.
20.
At city gates.
Didn't
Like,
they say we had an
I'll
hour and
point out you're not being prevented entry.
Yeah.
Like you guys know that there's basically like a 1 hour grace period where you can go and sell stuff to the league, mind you, not to anyone else. And that applies to all civilians basically.
Do the league give us the sort of prices that we would expect from these things?
I don't know. There's not anyone else in the city you can sell them to, so
Okay, alright, in that case, yes. Alright, fine. We will sell them to the league and then we will go and speak to Zernabeth and be like, no, we won't. Then we will heal while someone else goes to speak to Zernabeth and says, what's
Yeah,
up?
I'll go find Zernabeth because
Yes, you go find Zernabeth, we'll sell the things and we'll get
Probably
good
chat.
prices because we'll threaten to stand in their shop until they give us
Yeah.
small prices.
Yes.
I
Okay.
think I'm currently wearing a Scatterlight suit though, so if we're not selling that, we need
Oh,
to-
how does
Yeah.
that work?
I think that's actually the only technological item I currently have.
I guess someone will have to tell me to strip. I don't know. I need to strip.
I mean you could lie. Is an option. Lying is an option.
That's the
If it's not obviously technological spacesuit deal.
Well, I guess if you get caught, none of us knew you were wearing a technological item without a license. We're all shocked and appalled at your actions, and of course, we are happy to see justice done.
Okay.
Fair
Are
enough.
you sending a message to Zernabeth now?
No, I guess we'll sell the stuff, and then we'll go.
Okay.
Then one of us, the non-ill one, will go track down Zernabeth.
Okay. Sounds good.
Right.
Yeah, and I'll stick the rest of those in leper colony or something.
hmm
I've got rooms. I'm going to my room.
Okay, so you make your way to the markets, and as you're walking down the street, like everyone is just giving you like a really wide berth.
Normal.
No one wants to get close to the lepers. And you make it to the market, and you spot a stall with like the official like Starfall technological trade-in stand, and Matthew, I think you know the person who's manning the stand. What's his name?
Brian.
Brian. Okay, so Brian's a halfling.
Is he one of the ones from outside? That'd be great.
No, so Brian's a halfling who he's been running the like he doesn't have any magical talent himself, but he's very business savvy, so he's been running the this side of the technological acquisitions for some time. And you've had a number of interactions with him. Like you've had to turn in tech from like your assassination missions and stuff in the past.
Okay.
So he sees you crossing the
I
marketplace.
guess he would have no reason to assume our licenses had expired.
Probably not. No.
Okay, cool. Good to know. All
Um. So yeah, he waves you over. Like Matthew, my what happened?
It's just a small bit of space plague. It's fine. I'm going to sleep it off. But I need to sell this first.
Okay, I'm gonna stand at the back of the market stall.
Yeah,
You stand over there, and we'll talk loudly at each other.
I can live with that.
What can I do?
Wonderful gear we have for you.
Yes. Been on an excursion recently, have we?
We have indeed. Tell me, has there been any gossip from Starfall in our absence?
Has there been any gossip? Let me have a look-see. See if I have a rumor table somewhere. I think I have a rumor table
While
somewhere.
everyone else is selling their technological stuff, Icegard has run off to find what's her name or what's his name.
That sounds good.
Zenobeth and
Could you also go to the library and look up how to carry out cure disease as soon as possible, please? Because I'm not sure at what point the leveling up actually happens. I think you have to study the spell first.
No. Well, like the leveling up is just like when Eastgarth leveled up, he had a flash of insight and was like, "Aha!" and then wrote a new
Okay.
new
That's
formula
it.
in his
He's
book.
probably been wanting to craft plague bombs for a while, but he figured out how to make cure plague first.
Came up with a new recipe.
Yeah, he says, not much new really. There's been a lot more spine dragons up on Silvermount recently, but not something most people have to worry about.
Good to know.
So, can I ask, are spine dragons docile at the very least, just in case we have to go that way?
No, they're incredibly territorial. You had some gear.
Easy.
Yes. And we hand it all over, I guess, except for the Scatterlight suit.
Yeah. So you put all that on the thing. He starts going through bits and pieces. So Eastgarth, you've gone off towards the technically compound.
Yeah.
Can you give me a perception check?
Okay. There we go.
Ooh, 24. Yeah. So you get about you're a couple minutes away from the market, and you realise that there's someone following you. You sort of look back and you see a tall humanoid in a black cloak and a hood. They've been walking behind you at sort of like maybe 50-60 feet for about a minute.
Okay. I just turn around and stare at them.
Okay, they don't even react. They just keep walking, and if you just stand and stare, they walk past you.
Okay.
Actually,
Where
what
did they go?
happens is like he
Yeah.
bumps into you.
Mm-hmm.
Like walks into you. Can you give me another perception check?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so you definitely feel a hand like on like a pocket.
I go for the hand.
Okay, but so you you go to grab his hand. I guess I'll give him a check. This guy's quite good at what he does.
What are you up to, cloak guy?
So yeah, you feel the hand in your pocket, but he's just like real swift. By the time you've noticed, like he's already like 15 feet away from you.
Okay, I immediately check the pocket.
Okay, inside the pocket is a comms device, like pristine condition comms device. It's on and it's tuned to a channel.
Okay, but there's nothing missing from my pocket
No,
that wasn't
no.
there before. Okay, I stick the comms device in my helmet, in my ear, I guess, or what,
Yeah.
however they work.
Yeah, I think it's like an earpiece.
What's up with the cloak and dagger?
So you hear a man's voice over the comms device, sort of a gruff voice, and he says, "If you want to live, you'll stay away from the compound."
Do I identify the voice?
No, you've never heard it before.
Okay. Do you have anything else to say?
You and your friends are in danger. Come to the leaky bucket in an hour.
Fine.
We're gonna give them danger.
Bloody cloak and dagger for
Bullshit, telling that.
I sigh dramatically and turn around back to the market.
Yeah. Okay. So the comms device like clicks off, and yeah, by the time you get back, Brian has finished going through all the technological gear. He's sort of counting out the last few pieces of platinum. So as well, it's quite a good haul you had there. Be sure to come back if you get anything else. I hope this feels like a fair deal to you.
I'm assuming he's giving us a fair deal.
Yeah. He's giving you
Yeah.
what it's worth.
Am I correct in thinking, Jimmy, you said it was 7,000 or something each?
Yes, I believe it was like 7,320-ish gold.
7,327.6.
Is that messed up on me taking the +2 cloak of resistance, so I've included that?
No, we assumed that someone would take it.
Okay.
Okay.
So 7,320 was it?
7,327.6. A good haul indeed.
Yes. Thank you. I will not spend any until I've been healed.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so this is when Eastgarth comes back.
yeah, I motion to the guys like, come on, guys, change of plans.
I don't think any of us are able to do cloak and dagger until we've unstuck. You might have to go to the meeting without us. But I don't know where I would stay.
I'm not gonna go get stabbed in the back alone.
Okay.
Yeah, he
They're
needs
gonna
He
us.
did say an
Up
hour.
there.
Like it's gonna be like at least like 50 minutes from now.
Do you want to
That's why
try a cure disease on someone?
Do I have the potions prepared yet?
Yeah. Like if you would have done your preparations in the morning.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
should have cured ourselves before coming in.
Okay, yeah. I just sort of bring out these tentatively. Yeah, these might work, or they might melt your brain. Who wants to go
I
first?
like those odds.
I
Let's
volunteer.
do this.
Okay, I hand one over.
So, do you want to do this? It's checks for both my diseases, yes?
Yes.
Which
Yes.
one do you want to
So
do first?
I'll click twice on my remove disease button. I think it has a caster level check.
That's fail.
Yeah,
Fuck.
2 fails.
2 fails.
I shake it. Yeah, that.
Oh, two
Hang on.
2 threes. That can't. No. You seem to roll
Yeah.
identical things both times.
Yes. No, you rolled identical. You rolled a 3 both times. Okay. Cool.
Okay, so it was just 2 checks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I just sort of shake it. Yeah, I'm still
Waiting until
experimenting.
tomorrow.
You've
I-
got
I-
you've
I'm-
got 2 of those, right?
Yeah, I can cast them 2 per day.
So I don't know who you want to give the other one to.
I'm more dying.
Yeah, whoever has
Yeah.
2 diseases.
I've got
That's
2.
that's like the best
Yeah.
efficiency for them.
Okay.
So
Nope. Nope.
Nope. That first one was nearly there.
That's what I was gonna say.
Especially
I just shrug
team
and
from my team.
is space play, you're gonna die. Sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, your options are like going to find a cleric, or like a practicing like herbalist alchemist.
How much will they charge?
The cleric would be 300. No, it would be 150
Okay.
per shot, but that would only be at a +5. You could hire a better cleric, but it gets more expensive.
How much more expensive?
Sure.
I guess it's 10 gold per caster level.
Okay. So if I had a caster level
So
10,
like a caster level 9 would be enough to succeed
Okay.
half the time.
a caster level 9 would therefore be 130, was it? Plus 90.
No, that would be 270.
Oh, I will pay 270 for a cure disease.
And that still has a 50% chance of working.
Yeah.
Unless you can take 10 on caster level check, which
No,
I guess you
no.
can. Yeah.
I will go with that.
Okay. So what
actually,
church do you
can
go
we
to?
go
We have
fine.
an hour, guys.
Can you have? Yeah, but we got an hour. Those clerics.
Yeah. So the clerics.
And we find a cleric in half an hour.
Yeah, they'll be in the church.
And do we know where that
Sorry.
leaky bucket thing is? Like where
Yeah,
we're
give me
supposed to go?
a Escarf, give me a knowledge local for the leaky bucket, and Matthew, give me a knowledge local for finding a church.
Okay. Leaky bucket.
Yeah,
check.
the leaky bucket is in the kill zone place.
Ah.
Oh, that's good. Roll.
Oh,
Okay.
Matthew. Yeah, you're not going to be able to find a caster level 9 cleric. I'm guessing Matthew's not a particularly religious person.
No.
So you end up sort of leading the group to the only church that you know, which is like the enormous like Bank of Abadar.
Okay.
And you're like, yeah, there are like clerics here.
That seems cool to me.
And you make your way up the sort of the big steps, into this big, like enormous like cathedral structure, and you make your way in, and there's like a reception area, and there's a gnome with a pair of like half moon glasses sitting on his nose. He's got like bright orange hair. He's sitting behind a desk, like scribbling some notes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he looks up as we approach. We do stink.
Yes. He looks up as you approach. He's like, oh my goodness. How may I help you today, sir?
I'm in need of a cleric.
Yes, I can tell. Have you filled out the appropriate requisition form?
No, I have not.
Curing of diseases and relevant ailments is the magenta form 12C. You'll need to fill that out. Thank you.
We're
Okay,
wasting our
take
time.
the copy of the
Let's
form,
go.
and then I'm gonna go to the meeting, and I will sit in the corner of the pub filling out my form. Because I don't
I
think
start
I'm
filling it out.
now.
Okay.
All right.
So is everyone taking a form?
I'm not.
I mean, I'm taking one. I start filling it out in the room with him,
Yeah.
just to talk a little bit. Then just like, oh, all right, just leave.
I
Get real
yeah.
close to him.
That's fine.
And
I can do
say-
it in the pub.
We need a cleric. We'll leave if we get a cleric.
As I'm sorry, but there is procedure. Fill out form, magenta form C12.
I'm real close to this guy, stinking up his face.
Yes, good.
Um,
Don't intimidate them. They're like really obsessed with law. They're not going and doing things properly. They're not going to stop
We
because
need
you
a thing.
said
We're an
something.
evil party. We intimidate the dude.
I mean, you can roll an intimidate check.
I am walking out because I want to get the healing in an hour or so's time, and I don't want to be associated with this guy.
I want to get
like
it
it,
immediately. I'm having fun.
We
Oh,
also have an
I'm
intelligence
just going to
of
walk
4.
out the door with my form.
I'm
I mean-
already starting to head towards the leaky bucket.
Yeah, we'll meet you at the bucket.
Fair enough. See you there.
I did my thing. Yep.
Okay, so the gnome looks you directly in the eye, says, "Sir, I would ask you to leave. If you require healing, fill out form C12. Thank you." And then he goes back to his work.
-4 for being small.
Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head like I'm about to leave, but then I just dimension slide up to him again and just be like, "Yeah, we're not leaving."
He puts his hand under his desk, starts ringing a bell. What do you do?
I guess this is the times where I'm just supposed to pick up Mallet and leave.
Yeah. If Malice
Oh.
doesn't resist, what do you do, Jimmy? Rock is picking you up.
Nah. Just be like, "Hey, put me down," but then I won't fight it too much. Just
Yeah.
Try not
So
to break your
you
wrist.
get
okay.
most of the
Yeah,
way
yeah,
to the
yeah.
door.
Let me go, let me at them, but not too hard in case they do let you go and let you at them.
Let me at him. Let me at him. Yeah, so you make your way out of the door, and you're followed by a pair of guards in like long grey robes with a like a golden key on their on necklaces.
Okay. Do we know what the key's for?
The key is Abadar's holy symbol.
Oh, right. Gotcha. I'll just say, can you believe that guy?
Infernal as we leave. Not infernal. The other one. Abyssal.
Okay, so you make your way to the leaky bucket.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, again, sort of making your way through the streets. Everyone is giving you a wide berth. And you finally arrive at the leaky bucket. It's a very like ragged looking tavern. It's got like a sign hanging out the front. It's like a wooden bucket with a hole in the bottom and a little puddle next to it.
Lovely.
And then like yellowed glass in the windows, and you can hear like a hum of noise coming from inside. It's getting to like early afternoon at this point, so people are the morning shift has like finished now, and people are coming in and having a few drinks. Like people who are on their lunch break are starting to leave. And you make your way in, and yeah, the entire bar just turns at you. Like every single pair of eyes in this room is on you. And you're not sure if it's because you smell or because these guys just have some sixth sense of who you are.
Don't mind us. We're just here for a surreptitious, stealthy meeting.
Does any of them look like Cloak Guy?
No, you don't see Cloak Guy anywhere. But as you
Okay.
approach the approach the bar. The barman looks up at you, sort of grunts, and then like gestures, like he's doing the idle barman cleaning a glass animation. And he like shrugs off to a room, off to his left.
Not my fault. You gave us an hour, and I go up to the room.
Okay, yeah. So you go through this door. You go up some stairs, and into a small, dimly lit room, just lit by like candlelight. There's a layer of smoke, in the roof, like someone's been smoking a pipe. And sitting in the room is a dwarf, with a big like red beard.
Big bushy
A
beard.
great big bushy beard. And he's got like a hound at his side. It's another one of these hounds that has like cybernetic front legs and a big like robotic lower jaw. And he's smoking a very long pipe. And as you enter, he's like blowing like rings.
Okay. Oh, very classic.
Finally, something that smells as bad as we do.
Yeah, the dwarf says, yeah, I had to stink up the room a bit because I heard who was coming.
You said be here in an hour, so.
So what's up with the cloak and dagger?
You'll best be having a seat.
I have a seat away from the rest of the table.
Yeah, there's like 3 chairs at the back of the room and another one like close to where the guy is sitting.
Okay.
And he says, I'm sure you've noticed by now, but you 4 have been having some trouble in the city today.
Yeah, they revoked our licenses, and I take it you know something about that.
I do. I work for a man called Mockery. You know who he is?
Do I know who he is?
Yeah, give me a knowledge local.
Oh, I'm gonna roll low.
Yeah, see, I might now actually.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Leave
Oh,
your
there we
house
go.
for a
19.
while. God.
Okay, so Eastgarth and Malice, you know that Mockery is the leader of one of the largest like anti-Technic League resistance groups. He is like a full-on like he's basically a terrorist. Like he plans and executes multiple attacks against Technic League installations and things. Like he's one of these people who vehemently hates the Technic League for what they are and won't stop until the Technic League has been removed and Kevov Kul is back in position as Black Sovereign.
Okay, so I answer, is someone with a good price on his head?
Aye, a very, very good price. Earned it, you ask me.
Okay, and why are we here?
You're here because your boss and my boss have come to some kind of agreement. Seems to me whatever it is you found in those caves in the desert, been a bit thorny for the higher-ups in the league. Your blue lady's been having some trouble. Had to disavow the 4 of you. But let's just say she's still listening. And my boss and your boss have come to an agreement on how things may go forward from here.
Great, so we've been
Prove
stabbed in.
this.
Great, so we've been stabbed in the back.
He says, you could put it like that. And as for proof, he puts a sealed like envelope on the table. It's got a wax seal, which is you'll recognize as like the seal that Zernabeth seals her letters with.
I'm going to
Ooh.
grab it and open it up and see what's inside.
Yeah, you grab it, you break the wax. It's like a silvery blue. You break it and open it up. And it's a very short, like curt letter that says to the effect of basically that kobold you let go spilled the beans.
No.
Which, the one who ran back here. Right, she definitely owes us her head.
Mhm.
Zydo and Orif are demanding your heads. Whatever you found in those caves is important follow-up.
This is what we get for showing sympathy. No more. And she's
So
going-
Zydo and Ulret are who what's his name worked for the
Yeah, so
Right,
Osmond
yeah.
Zydo is the like captain, like the commander of the Technic League.
Okay.
And Ulrich is captain, who's in charge of like the he's the spy master.
right.
And Zernabeth used to be in charge, but she got deposed.
Yes, yeah.
So was
Do
it
we-
actually something against the rules that we killed like a complete other team there, or
No,
Impression
no, it doesn't
Okay,
seem
so
to be
they-
that. It seems to be
Okay.
something about what you found.
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Have we had any previous indication that Zernabeth could be working with enemies?
I don't think so. You're all aware that Zernabeth wants to be like commander of the Technic League.
Yes.
But she's always been like, she's the kind of person who would prefer taking like a slow and like considered route to power as opposed to sort of rushing things.
Hmm.
Okay.
Right. So let's assume all of this is true. Why
Mm.
should we bother helping with any of this instead of just watching out of Starfall?
I don't know.
Maybe starting a farm somewhere down south.
He thinks that maybe you four aren't the kind of people who like farming all that much. Maybe you feel some kind of, I don't know, loyalty to your band of crazy wizards.
Yes, but I guess but you're an enemy of our band of crazy wizards.
If it were up to me, I'd take all of your heads right now. But it's not.
Hardly seems that working with you is being loyal to our band of crazy wizards.
Well, I mean, currently I just kind of feel like killing those two who stabbed us in the back now. Oh, I'm finding that kobold.
I want to find the kobold.
You think you
Get
could
him.
take on Osmond Zydo? Ha!
No, but that kobold.
one head at a time.
Hmm.
Look, I don't know what it is you found. Whatever it is, it's gonna lead to some big changes in Starfall, in the League, in the Palace. It's gonna be important. You play things right, it's gonna be good for all of you. Play things wrong, probably all gonna end up dead.
Hmm. Okay. I'm gonna go along with this.
Fine. So where do you come in, other than giving us a letter?
Oh, that's it. I don't know what you found.
Right. And we're supposed to tell you.
No.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I look back at the other three.
I don't suppose you could rustle up some clerics.
Nope.
So, how much do we know about like? Is like an intact spaceship a big deal? Like the thing that we found, like a mostly
I
intact
thought it
spaceship.
was what's her face, the priestess. That's surely what we want to be following up on.
The prophet Cassandra, you mean? Or Zood and co.
Prophet Cassandra, that's the one.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it would probably help if we. I mean, yeah, I'm very intrigued as to what's going on here. So yeah, I'm inclined to just carry on as normal and not really pay these people too much attention for now. We can take them. Well, technically,
That's the Technic League, which is us.
Looks like we're not the Technic League anymore.
we're the best of the Technic League. It's all good, guys. We're deserving of it anyway.
Yeah, let's go do something. Need to find some heads to crack.
Okay. So the dwarf says, "Good. I guess we're settled then. I was told to give you this, and it's a small bag. And he says, for emergencies only. And it's another 3 scrolls of sending.
Going on my character sheet.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all that's been given to you. Yeah, it says emergencies and mission reports.
Oh, we have a mission, do we?
How much do scrolls of sending cost?
I don't know what level spell is sending.
So I'm taking the scrolls on my character sheet if no one objects to that.
Yeah, you go for it.
5th level, which means they cost. Scrolls. 5th level wizard scroll is 1,125 gold.
Jeez. Okay.
I mean, that concept we were given is 6,000.
Yeah.
So
We're keeping that.
Yeah. Yeah. The concept is fairly short range though. It'll work inside the city. But beyond that, it wouldn't work. Okay.
So it seems
Right.
like the Technic League wants our heads, so it's probably a bad idea to stick around in Starfall.
Yeah. Maybe.
Unless you have some fancy hideout for us, considering you're in cahoots with this whole thing.
Nope.
Can you recommend a cheap level 9 cleric?
Clerics don't come cheap. Not in this city.
Cheaper than the Bank of Abadar.
Nope.
Fair enough. Thought I'd check.
I mean, I'm inclined to go back to the bank and make them give us.
Yeah, I mean, if you
Yeah.
fill out your forms, they'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah. We shouldn't stick around the city for too long if they're looking
Yeah.
for us.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Okay,
let's fill out
let's
some legal documents.
let's take a break. When we come back, we can finish up in the city and then work out where we're going to go next.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So don't go nowhere. We're going to be back in about 5 minutes, and we will see you then.